Hi traders, looking at a potential sell setup on this Aussie against the Japanese yen. So let's go in and have a look. So I'll share my screen with you. Keep in mind, we've just had some big news down around our region where New Zealand has decided to raise its interest rate from 0.25 up to 0.5%. So in effect, it's doubled. And that will send a message around the world. Is it because of inflation or is it because things are going so well in New Zealand? So we'll soon find that answer out. But I'm looking at a potential short on this Aussie against the Japanese yen. So this is my daily resistance level. It's also up around, you'll see there, this 79% Fibonacci retracement level. And I'm getting a change of direction. So that news came out, price spiked up, and now we're seeing this trend line break, the MACD's crossing down right up around where I wanted to be a seller. So I'll show you the bigger picture. Let's have a look now at the daily. Same chart, looking at the daily. So my Fibonacci, I'm going from the previous top all the way down. Okay, so I am looking, therefore, if the overall longer term trend is down, I'm looking up around this level here at around that 79% retracement to be a seller. Worked beautifully last time. Price has gone back up there again and failed. So just using Fibonacci alone, great setup. I'm also using previous days resistance there. So this is daily resistance right around this sort of 81.30. So I'm looking for price to fail. So we're currently in this trade. I'm only risking, if we go back to the 15 minutes chart here. So let's get back to where we were. It's right up around a pivot, right up around 79% retracement, and we're getting the reversal entry point that I'm looking for. Got a current risk of that previous high at about 20 pips. So let's see how this trade progresses for us. Okay, traders, so I'm getting risk out of this particular trade. Let me share my screen with you on this Aussie yen short trade that we're in at the moment. And you can see here, we had the break, price has moved down all the way down to this central pivot, this dotted line, something that Duncan will go through with you in the webinars. And down here, it's having trouble getting through. You can see how it's bouncing off that level. So the fact that I'm up 20 pips from my entry, okay, and the fact that my risk was 20 pips, I'm at a position here where I'm saying, right, I'm going to make it so it's a very, very high probability I'm not going to lose from this trade unless something crazy was to happen. So I'm bringing my stop down to break even or a couple of pips below just to pay for that spread, etc. And I think of that psychologically for future trades. So target wise though, I'm going to be targeting with a 20 pip risk. I'm going to be looking for a move down around today's projected low, which is put in there, and that's about a 60 pip gain there. So if I get a failure underneath this central pivot, so price comes down, goes back up and fails underneath it, then I will take partial profits and then let it run from there. Let's see how it plays out. Hi traders, let's have a look and see how this Aussie yen short is progressing to wrap up the day. So just going to share this screen with you. And you can see here, this is where we've entered. We took our risk out. You can see how it played around this central pivot here. And then eventually, lo and behold, right around that London market open, lots of movement comes into the market as we talked about. And down she comes all the way down to today's projected low. So taking profit on that trade. And as we mentioned, it was a 20, say, pip risk with a 60 pip return. So a 3-to-1 trade, looking really good and looking forward to some opportunities for trading tomorrow as well. Have a good evening.